I'm about pretty much the average guy, except for the fact I've been quite successful. But I started out life as about as poor as anybody could start out. But I worked my way up and created quite a little empire. Lucas Oil is our main product. You know, we sell that all over the world. And we own MAV TV, a television channel. We have a huge racing motorsports empire. And this beautiful estate here that we bought for the main part to have charity events and have people like yourself come enjoy it, our employees, friends, family. So this is my pride and joy here in Indianapolis. We were pretty much normal Midwestern farmers, you know. You got some cows, you got some pigs, you got chickens, you got whatever. You probably got a cage of rabbits in the backyard as your pets, you know. You got some dogs and cats and all that stuff. It was normal. Then you live out of the garden virtually in the summertime, can your food, you know, cut your wood. Actually, I was kind of spent my time between Jackson County, Indiana, where we had electricity and blacktop roads, and on the other side in Brown County, I think I was 8 years old in a one-room schoolhouse before we ever got electricity. So I got to see the way life was back in the 1800s, to tell you the truth. Farming with horses. I had to work hard all the way through my teenagehood, my teen years, and then when I was 21, I bought my first semi and went trucking. So I worked my butt off all my life, but I've learned a lot, and that had a lot to do with it because I can see the point and the side of the poor people, you know. So that's why it's so important that we keep ourselves as a nation in a position where we can feed our people. I haven't been down here for a while, so you know the whole place is covered with flowers for a purpose. We want people to come here and feel good. You know, all of our factories and offices, we have a lot of flowers and beautiful lawns around. Because when people come to work, I like for them to say, "Well, I feel good," you know, because I like my surroundings. But this is a special place. We have a lot of big charity events here, and one of the fun things about coming is getting to walk through all the flowers and see the flower beds. But this one is my favorite here. We built this. This is nothing back here, just nothing. And we put in all these walls, sandstone walls, and put all these exotic flowers in here. There's something different blooming all the time. But it makes me feel really good that I was able to come from being broke to accumulate enough wealth to build something like this, you know, and share it with people. And I'm sure I'm not the only rich guy that does it, but a lot of rich people do try to stay out of everybody's sight. I'm the other direction.
Peaceful out here, even though you feel like that, you know, the airport's right over there. I mean, you don't feel like you're far from downtown Indianapolis, and then you get here and
out in the middle of the country,
you hear crickets and birds.
Crickets and birds, you can't hear any traffic. The house is designed, laid out, so if you walk outside or you're inside the house, especially if you're inside, but even outside, if you don't know which direction east or west or north or south is, unless you know.
Right.
It's designed that way.
Right.
So the woods, there's just enough woods here
Just
to
surrounded
have
by
wildlife.
the water and the woods enough.
Water, woods, yeah. Get all the kind of
separate
birds.
you from the city.
Yeah, got squirrels in the trees and deer out in the field at night. So it's just right, just right. So, and these steps we put in, these are real special limestone steps here, but you don't want to do it in high heels, but since you got cowboy boots, I wouldn't call those high heels exactly.
Yeah, slightly.
Yeah. But these are plants, shade plants we put out here, ferns and ivies and stuff like that. These things that'll live in shade. So not every plant will, but these wouldn't live in the sunlight either very good. So we try to make the place as beautiful as we can, but some of it's ongoing. There's always something new to do, but I'm real proud of what we got done here so far. You like old cars? I had one when I was a little younger. These were all thrown away.
That's the only one with your name on the seat too, probably.
Mine and Charlotte's, the whole thing had been totally restored. Supposedly the nicest '61 Chevrolet in the world. And this, I've never seen car auctions or any books, anything one of these. And Charlotte and Morgan, my son, went together in California, bought me this for my birthday several years ago, and we sent it back here. When we moved back, brought it back and had some guys restore it. Well, this is the old Ford van that the Chef Anthony wanted to wrap to protect the harvest. He travels all over Indianapolis all the time with this, picking up food, and he wanted to do it, so he just drives all over town with it. Protect the Harvest is trying to stop the animal extremists from, one, destroying fishing. They don't want anybody fishing. They think you should not catch a fish. No hunting. They don't think anybody should be allowed to hunt except the wolves and bears and stuff like that. No dairy. Protect the Harvest is going to stop all this stuff, but no beef, no chicken, no zoos, no rodeos, nothing. Nobody will have a right to do any of these things. It's Protect the Harvest Day at the Indiana State Fair. Everybody here, they got some cap or something on that says Protect the Harvest. So it's going to be full of Lucas Oil race cars. Other people have brought other things. Purdue University brought stuff. The real Humane Society of Indianapolis has got a booth. Indiana Beaglers. Can't tell you how many booths are down here of people who we're affiliated with, who love our cause, that protect the harvest. They want to be part of it. And you got pulling tractors, race cars. It's just a fun day. You see all the people going by. This is the state fair. There's nothing any more fun than a state fair, and we're a huge part of it today. And I'm really, really proud of what we're doing. So we got a little bit of Lucas Oil around here, and we're a very respected name here. So we want everybody to understand with our interaction with Lucas Oil that Protect the Harvest is a Lucas Oil division. So very important there. Everybody getting a picture taken with Charlotte's car here.
It'd be a whole
Hold on
family
the steering wheel
photo.
there. Hang on right here. Look at Daddy. Then you look at Daddy. Woo, no, you can't sit down. You can't sit down.
Sorry.
You have to stand up. There you go. I'll help you. I'll hold him here. I'm Mr. Lucas. I'm Mr. Lucas.
Hey, buddy.
Oh,
Hey, buddy.
when I was raised, no one was allowed to steal or lie. And when I was raised up like that, nobody did. Nobody in our community was liars or thieves. So I grew up, and I still live that way. I don't lie. I don't allow anybody in my company to lie. When I talk to my employees, I'm telling them the truth, and they know it. So I don't like liars and thieves. And these animal rights people are liars and thieves. They're taking people's money that think they're giving to real animal welfare, and it's not being used for animal welfare. So I've run my company that way, and I've been successful beyond anything I ever thought I would be. And a lot of it comes from doing the right things. People like doing business with me because they know they don't have to worry about me. I'm doing the right thing. I will not cheat them. So with all those things and the good people that I've managed to bring to my employee, and I've got a lot of really good people working for me, we were able to have some great successes that allowed me to have the wherewithal to fight the animal rights extremists. So there's a lot of people going to come to my side, but right now we were able to fund the whole thing ourselves, and I feel so blessed that I could do this, because it's the most important thing in the world to me right now, because it's something that has to be done and there's nobody else going to do it.
Steve, I know as a cowboy, the one of the most important things is the health of the animal, and not only that, you know, the health of you and I as well. Tell us a little bit about the health pen you got here.
Well, this is what we've got, one version of the herd health pen. We've got another one, a 10 by 10 behind us. Nice thing about this is by utilizing one of these, you can help a unwilling mama cow or a young heifer, or you can pull off a sick cow or bull and bring them into here and separate them from the rest of the animals, keep them close to your house, and being able to take care of them without having to run out in the pasture.
Definitely safety for the animals and helping them out. Show us a little bit about how this gate is health for you and I.
Well, the nice thing about this health pen, you've got this safety latch, you've got a split gate on both this gate and the other gate on the opposite side of the animal. So once you get the animal in here, as you swing this around, this safety latch here will hit each one of these stops and help keep it from coming back on you. So as you push that animal in here and you ease them in to the automatic head catch, the nice thing about that is it automatically catches them. You don't have to be up there to operate that head gate. So as you push this around, this will act as a squeeze. So you can kind of squeeze that animal in there, keep them from bouncing around. So if you need to kick this bottom gate out to bring in that calf, to let it nurse, then it makes it a lot easier, a lot safer for both you and the calf. Another nice thing about this pen, you've got a gate on the back, and this gate, by opening it up, if you need to help pull a calf, then you can bring this gate all the way open. You can open that gate all the way open. It gives you a lot of room behind that animal to help pull them if you need to.
Very, very versatile, whichever way you want to go with it. If you need to work on the cow on the left or right or calf or pull anything, you've definitely got them captured here.
Yeah, and another nice thing about this is if you do want to use this to also vaccinate animals, you can take that head gate off, mount a couple of panels to the front, remount that head gate onto the panels, and now you've got basically a tub and alley.
Well, we have the FFA here, Future Farmers of America, and that was really a big one for Forrest. He's been working with them for quite, a couple years to really promote our youth and get them involved in Protect the Harvest and promoting agricultural events and really understanding their role in what the future has to hold. We have the National Beagle Alliance, we have the dog trainers, we have Purdue University, their agriculture educators were here. It encompasses more than just farming and ranching. We're talking about the hunting industry, we're talking about fishing industry. It touches everybody. If you go to the grocery store, if you're wearing tennis shoes, if you're brushing your teeth, all these products come from byproducts of animals. And so it touches everybody's lives. And so what we did here was actually try to educate people in a fun and colorful way of the meats and uses that we get out of these animals, the byproducts that are created after we get the groceries. And then we came up with a whole lot of additional fun facts or educational facts on cats, dogs, domestic animals, iguanas, hamsters, and hunting and fishing, the agriculture industry, what farmers are doing to use less land but create more food, how do they create wildlife sanctuaries, or not sanctuaries, but how they're helping to create habitats for animals while minimizing the land that they're using to either use for animals or agriculture.
Well, I think Protect the Harvest mission, it fits well with what our views on agriculture industry in Indiana have been in my part of the world. It's really taken that education process across the country, across the world. We've got a growing population in our world. We've got growing need for reliable, cost-effective food supply. And the way they approach it makes sense and works well to really be able to feed a growing population, not only in our state and in our country, but everywhere.
Well, we work with animal producers throughout the state, and in my role as state veterinarian, not only do we deal with animal disease programs, but we deal with food safety. We have the state meat inspection program as well as the state dairy inspection program. And in addition to that, we worked closely with the dog breeders of the state in a new program that's just about 3 years old. We established animal care standards for livestock and poultry in the state. So we're interested in animal owners, responsible animal ownership, and the ability to continue those practices. One of the things that we find in Indiana, we have a board of animal health. So we actually have an 11-person board that meets in our office on a quarterly basis. And when rules are generated, it starts with the board, and they're actually people are out on farms, veterinary practitioners, and so I work directly for them. So it's important that we have that grassroots input into our process, and we feel like it's been very valuable for us for many, many years. And the animal care standards, for example, that we have in Indiana started with the board, came through the board, and promulgated out through the state. And so it has broad participation. That's what's exciting about today. And in just a few years' time, it's grown to where it's become a place, a coalition of people with like minds and like interests to protect the interests of animal owners all across the country, not only in our state, but across the country. So we're excited it's here at the Indiana State Fair and all the changes that have taken place in a short period of time.
Well, we're here at the Indiana State Fair at the invitation of Forrest Lucas, who is a leading citizen in Indianapolis. And Forrest wanted us to come here as part of this to be able to tell what the Humane Society does, the local Humane Societies, because we're much different, not affiliated with any national organization. So this is an important forum for us to talk about our service to our community, the fact that Humane Societies, local Humane Societies, are independent, not part of a national group, and provide great service to their community. Local Humane Societies are much different in every community, and they're locally based, so they deserve your local support. Now in Indianapolis, our Humane Society is a huge organization. We have a 33,000 square facility, state-of-the-art surgery center. We do rehabilitation, we do medical care. We take in strays, we take in abandoned pets, we adopt them out, we do canine training, we do behavioral assessments, we have a public vaccination clinic. So we provide a huge service to the community. And I think that's important for folks to know, that the money that they give to their local Humane Societies is going to stay there in their city. Local Humane Societies are very often about companion animals, our dogs and cats. They have services to those dogs and cats and the pets that we love as pets. Other national organizations have broader agendas. Often they include agricultural agendas. They include specific things that they want to accomplish in states with the agricultural community. We're not about that. Local Humane Societies, local shelters are not about that either. So that's a key component that makes us different. For us, the Humane Society of Indianapolis, Indy Humane, we are about building bridges. And we are about making partnerships. And Mr. Lucas is a prominent citizen in Indianapolis who cares greatly about our work and invited us here to showcase our work independent of anything else and to let people know that there's a difference. I think that we don't get anywhere if sides become strident and we don't talk to each other or we don't invite trust, communication, and dialogue. So that's what we're about building bridges. It's all about the animals. That's the spirit that we're here, and we're quite frankly grateful for Mr. Lucas for his invitation.
It is definitely an honor to be here. I'll tell you, my quick Protect the Harvest involvement. A couple months ago, I was at a bull riding, and I saw the Protect the Harvest booth. And I met a young lady named Betty, and she proceeded to tell me what Mr. Lucas was standing for and what he was representing us for. You know, everyone here at the Indiana State Fair, whether you're a farmer or a rancher, or I guess a bull rider, you could say. For me, I've had the honor of actually going all the way around the world twice with my brother Jed on the Amazing Race. So I've seen some interesting places, but my favorite stop has been right here in the United States every time, for sure. But you know, I think there is a responsibility for us, and I definitely want to pat Forrest Lucas on the back for taking that first step for protecting our harvest. Every week I do a TV show called The Ride on RFD TV. and this week we are dedicating the whole show to Protect the Harvest and the whole Protect the Harvest Boulevard here. What this group comes together for, what they're representing, and I want to do my part to help educate the world on our harvest and protecting it for me, my kids, and maybe someday my grandkids. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.